As I approach my 29th wedding anniversary, I just wanted to let you guys know the things I've been through and why we're still together. First of all, my husband and I are very, very different people. I believe God chose us to be together, and I prayed for a husband. God answered my prayer. You guys watch my videos. You understand the long story behind that. But we never really saw eye to eye on a lot of things. I mean, we were like at odds on everything. But I realized later on, as I started getting delivered from these spirit spouses and dealing with all this witchcraft in my ancestry, um, and slavery. Oh my goodness, the slavery, the slave masters. That spirit of slavery was in this relationship so strong. Is really probably on him. Yes, it was on me because I attracted that, but definitely on him. But as I began to get free, he began to get free. So now he's just, I don't know, he's just a lot more relaxed. The relationship is just sweeter. It's just things I don't expect from him anymore. I understand, he's a man and he does man things. And I'm okay being over here sometimes, and while he's over there, he doesn't have a man cave, and he really needs one. He needs his own space, and I don't have that. We don't have that, so I just try to stay out of his way since we both work from home, and I'm no longer insecure or feeling rejected, so I'm not looking for him to fill those empty spaces. I can do what God called me to do. I can be my true self, as in enjoy the things I like, not put them off, and not feel guilty about doing them and he's not participating. I can't say he's not my BFF. And that's okay too. Maybe I got delivered when I said that. No, he's not my BFF. But we look out for each other. We're a team. We're a partnership. He's not my best girlfriend, if you know what I'm saying. I know a lot of women try to make their husbands into like their best girlfriends, and I don't care how hard you try, they're not going to be your best girlfriends. They still need to go off and do their own thing. I mean, some men are people, and people are different. There are no two people alike. There are no two men alike. But there are things that come with that Y chromosome that it's not like those double X's, okay? So anyway, as I get delivered, and I'm still getting delivered, as I get delivered, my I can't I know the worst thing I could say is like my expectations have been lowered. But that pretty much sums it up. I'm not looking for this knight in shining armor. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for all this extra stuff. However, there are things that he seems to be willing to do for me now that he wasn't willing to do before. But I'm still getting used to that. So I'm like, I'm not waiting for you, dude. I'm going to do it myself. And then I try to lift them tools, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to do it myself. Yeah. Let me not do it myself, because like I went out and ordered all this wood. Can't even pick it up. I was like, you know what? Let me bring this truck back. Never did. The stuff is still sitting there. The stuff is still sitting there at the store. So anyway, my point is 29 years of marriage, it only got better through deliverance ministry. It wasn't by going to church and being a good person. I can't name one church that helped me. The only church I can say that helped me was the church that helped me get married. And that was New Life Fellowship in Rochester, New York. Pastor Reginald and Cynthia McGill. Y'all can look them up. They had a marriage restoration anointing over their church at the time in 91, and people were every month, every week, it seems like people were popping up engaged. They would announce the engagements. I mean, I was in a place where there was life and it was thriving. People were getting married all over the place. And I'm almost sure it's still the case because God pulled them from the brink of divorce. So anyway, that's a shout out to Pastor Reginald and Cynthia McGill in Rochester, New York. But anyway, but God is, He helped us get together, but then we were so attacked. We were so attacked after we got together. It didn't make sense. And my family members hate when I say it, but yeah, I'm the only one out of 5 kids that's married. And they hate it so much when I say that. But that's how deep those anti-marriage spirits are in my family. We're not getting past that without going to war in the spirit. So anyway, like I said, 29 years of marriage. Wasn't luck. And it wasn't just being a nice person. I mean, I tried everything I knew and it didn't work. It made things worse. And I can't even say I'm trying anymore. I'm not trying anything. Things are just changing because as I help other people get delivered, I'm getting delivered myself. I think the biggest turnaround was when I started watching TB Joshua's ministry and discovered I had spirit spouses. I started dreaming about them. And then the next biggest turnaround came a few years later when I discovered I had mermaids. Now, I never heard about mermaids in TB Joshua's ministry, but mermaids are really prevalent in the attacks on marriage. Nobody told me that. They started manifesting in my ministry. These demons start manifesting. I started asking, what do you look like? And they were like a mermaid. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You got mermaid kids? Yeah, we got like 20 mermaid kids. I was like, what's your name? So you look at some of my previous videos and you'll see where I talk about mermaids. There's just so much. I'm able to go to war for other people and help them cross over into marriage. There are people who went through Fight for Love, who are getting married now or found their spouse. People who went through Straight Out of Egypt, getting married. Just going through my Spirit Spouse Deliverance class, who's getting married. There's definitely a marriage restoration anointing on my life. Some people get free from marriages. Like some marriages are a trap. Like if you got adultery in your ancestry really strong. Adultery, okay? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. If that was your daddy, or your mama was madam, mama madam, and try to pimp you out. Okay, so you got some stuff. You got some stuff that you're dealing with, and it will attract all kind of sexual perversion into your life. These demons will try to pimp you out. Okay, so one of the barriers that I was facing was from the beginning, like from the very beginning, before I knew anything, was the whole education system. Do you know the education system is against marriage? The education system screws women up. The statistics show that the more education a woman gets, the less likely she is to get married. It's got to be a demon. There's got to be a demon on that. And I don't think it's the education itself, because women are educators. Women are teachers first, because women teach children. Men don't want to be bothered with these kids. It's the women. We're teachers. So we're educators. So why is it that when a woman goes into the school system, into colleges, now all of a sudden she doesn't want to get married anymore, or it's not a good time, so I got married at the age of 26. turned 27 a few days later. Then I applied to go to grad school, started on birth control. I said, ain't no way I'm having a baby up in this state, I'm not gonna, not on this job. It was like I was instantly anti-baby for whatever reason. Anti-baby. Just for now, but I was anti-baby. And then I went to grad school, got my education. Like I have a bachelor's degree in engineering. I had a master's degree in business finance. And then I hit age 30. My sister had a miscarriage. And I realized I'm 30. There's never going to be a good time for me to have a baby. The revelation started to hit me. The system is rigged so that it's not a good time for mothers. The system hates motherhood. The system looks down. Every system seems to look down on motherhood. Every system, even the church. It's crazy. You have 2 kids? Oh, you're such a cute family. You have 3 kids? Oh, wow, look at y'all. 4th kid? Y'all might want to put some brakes on that. Y'all might want to wrap that thing up. You start hearing stuff. 5 kids? What? Now everybody's coming gunning for you. People think they can say all kind of stuff to you about reproduction. 6 kids? Oh, they done sold you up the river. Every system seems to be anti-children. Jobs seems to be anti-kids. Once you cross over that 3rd child, you're breaking into a whole different realm. Okay? Your blessings are going to have to come from another direction. You got to get out of the world system. Completely out of the world system. And your money will come from somewhere else. And I noticed there are people who are, got those 10 kids, 17 kids, things like that. Their money is supernatural. They're not like the rest of us. Trying to put 2 pennies together and wait for the next paycheck. Baby need a pair of shoes. Tell me what you ought to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, those people, once you cross over the 3rd child, you are in another realm. And you're going to have to tap into God a different way because now the enemy's after you. Not that he's not after everybody else, but it's just a different, leave cross over a different wealth, a different level of reproduction, okay? Because now there's one extra person on this earth than there would be if you and the father passed away. Now you left the extra person. That's a problem to the devil, okay? He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus said, I came that you might have life. So Jesus wants to bring life. He wants to add people. Be fruitful and multiply. So all I'm saying is marriage and children go together. There are people who get married who say they don't want kids. That's like a plant. That's like a beautiful flower that you cut. A rose that you cut and put in a nice vase. And that rose is going to wilt. And there's not going to be anything to replace it. There's no other growth or shoots or roots or anything that can help this rose reproduce. You're fruitless. They call you barren. So all I'm saying is I started to see that the education system was against children and that all those years that I spent in this education system was actually working against me. And I thought I was smart. I was smelling myself, like they say. I was kind of full. I was arrogant. I was prideful. Then I realized, wait a minute. I got to do everything a man does and bear children. Something's wrong with this picture. So I hopped out. I hopped out of the system. God told me, come out of the world system. And I said, okay. And my husband was not in agreement with that. The church makes husbands idols. So I could hear from God. I wasn't waiting for my husband to come into agreement with what God said. I was going to do what God told me to do. And I did it. I came out. I said, you pay your half of the bills. God is going to pay mine. I was like, I was walking on air. I was flying on faith, okay? Without faith, it's impossible to please him. For he that comes to God must believe that he is and that he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Go figure. So that's the way it is. Anyway, God did amazing things in this marriage as I walked away from the world system. So all you smart girls out here who don't want to get married, you need deliverance from whatever demons you picked up in that university. Okay? There's demons in those universities. They just, anyway, so it's feminist spirits in those universities. So they make you feel like you can do bad all by yourself. You don't need a man. Well, guess what? If you want children, you need a sperm, Miss Egg. You need a sperm, and that comes from a man, someone with an XY chromosome. You're not going to get a sperm from another woman, all right? And two men can't make a baby. I don't care what they say, all right? You can dress up yourself to look like a man and get with a woman, but you're not going to produce, all right? Anyway, I am becoming more and more in touch with my feminine side. I don't mind waiting on my husband to do things for me. He seems not to mind doing them. And yeah, that's all I can tell you. I hope this helps you. If you want me to help you in your marriage, I offer spirit spouse deliverance courses. I offer an entire membership full of years of deliverance content. I mean, from 2019 all the way to 2022. All right. I have group deliverance replays and courses. You can stay on that site from here to Jesus comes and get hordes of deliverance. And I do mentoring. I don't offer the one-on-ones too much. I have trainees coming up, getting ready to do those one-on-ones with us. And most people who come through the ministry flourish. You don't have to stay in there forever, but the people who are in there, they're going from glory to glory to glory to glory to glory. Their finances are increasing as well. So I am an entrepreneur. I was a real estate investor, still am, getting back into it any day now. And I encourage people to pursue business opportunities. And they do, and they prosper. There are people who come in with businesses that prosper. Their businesses grow, they flourish after those spiritual barriers come down. So, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video. And you can take my free course. It should be in the description. It's breakingcurses101.com or breakingcurses101.thinkific.com. And you can take my free course. You'll get on my mailing list. You'll find out when the next meeting is. We usually meet the last Wednesday of the month for the free meeting. And the membership meeting is the first Saturday of the month. And you can email me also with questions. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next video.